I think the main reason for that was I've never really shown uh my honest side because just growing up in the commercial world, right? Debuting in the commercial world, uh there are some sort of like appropriate and inappropriate things that the label, restricts. So I don't know. And also because some of the songs that when I sang in the past, I didn't even know what it means. I just received the song and I just sang it. Okay, I wake up, this is the dance, okay, go. So I just felt like I needed this as an artist in my life at least once to talk about what how I feel about everything, how I feel about life. That's why every single song in the album is there's a message. And also my lifestyle, who I am, like 360 as a person. I try my best to let my fans know, even know, understanding that I might lose everything, but I would rather die like me as me, and I think that's the basic respect I feel as a human to my fans and community to show and to share. This is who I am, you know. I have a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes. I have a lot of shorts, but this is at least, I'm honest, So yeah, that's what I've been doing in recent 3, 4 years. That's why when I go out, going to drink, going to the parties, hosting parties, when just being able to be comfortable with my fans. Yeah. And for the people that don't not know who I am, I just want to be able to be me.
Yeah. And why?
I think every single song in my album is straight from my personal journals. So there wasn't any song that was hard to write. There's no inspiration. It was literally from my journal, every single song. So I just took what I wrote in the journal and I just changed it into a song format. So the hardest song I don't know.
Can't pick one.
I can't pick one.
But how long did you?
Oh, maybe the song that I wrote for my parents. Yeah, maybe that's what, because maybe that was the hardest one. I don't think that was the hardest one. That was the longest one, because when we when we finished, because I know it's from my parents, I start to think like, is this good enough? Is this, and I changed a lot of different versions. But then I went back to the first version because it was the first instinct, Yeah. It's about being in control and also of everything, and also even like the fans and community, they know exactly who you are. Even if yeah, that's one of the things that I really wanted. Whoever that know of me, either you can support me, you can love me, you can hate me, but I want to make sure that you know who I am. Yeah, that's what I think it was my biggest struggle for my early on careers. I think the more I age, I'm just going with the flow, because back then, and I realized, at a young age, I try to plan a lot of things, but a lot of time life just changed in the last second, so I just want to be now. I think now the more I age, I'm just going with the flow. And second, the more I age, I feel like I'm just very neutral about everything. I think my parents. Yeah, I really think because it's hard raising me and my brother, and I think every parent, every mom is hard, and I think my parents sacrifice a lot, and I've realized I think one of the song, Sophie Ricky, the song that I wrote for my parents, is really talking about, the journal was saying it felt like us and our parents were on the same street, but they're just a bit in front of us, and they were teenagers as well. They went to parties in their generation, right? I think they had dreams, but I think once they had kids like us, there's so much that they sacrifice. But growing up as a kid, you won't understand that until like down the road when you age, you start to think, hey, they didn't have to raise us. You get me? So it's just some thoughts that I had.